What's good, ladies and gentlemen? So we're here today with Kingdom chapter 648 reaction titled The King's Problem. It is warm. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell how much I am sweating. I am sweating a lot. And I don't actually get it. Because, like, I just went downstairs because I always have, like, a bottle of water in the freezer. I don't know how good that comes across, how frozen that is. But it is absolutely frozen. Not absolutely frozen, but you can, if I'm opening it, I can definitely see ice block. The iceberg that crashed the Titanic. But I don't actually know why my room is always so warm. I think it might be the computer. It's definitely not the lights. Obviously these lights are relatively new, but it's definitely not the lights, because I used to obviously use different lights as well, but I used to always is the video? Yeah, okay, the video's working. For a second it just looked kind of blurry, but like I when I don't record, my lights are off. Like, you know, despite the fact that there's no sunlight coming in because we're in the middle of the night, my lights are always off. Regardless of day or time, my lights are off. I'm usually always in complete darkness, with the only exception being my light from my computer monitors. But I don't know why my room is so warm compared to all the others. Even when I open the window, open the door, so on, it's still much warmer than all the other rooms. Which might just mean that I have to go to a different room to record, I guess, but that is cold. That is most certainly cold. I wonder how long it will take for all that to melt. You can see the ice right now at the top here, just sticking out. I think by the time I finish this chapter, the ice is going to have melted already. Anyway, so we ended off with Ryufui coming back into the picture. The character that I think many of us, especially me, obviously can only speak for me, but I'm assuming many of us felt the same way, thought that he was kind of done with. Also, I'm recording now, so the maximum I turn it to is 2. I always have it on 3. So let us hop right into chapter 648, ladies and gentlemen, and see what this chapter has in store for us. There's only one more chapter after this, which is crazy. 648 and 649, that's it. 649, what terms? It's just... it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, 648, the King's Problem. So Ace, I wanted to talk to him. That's how the last chapter ended off. It's too dangerous to allow His Majesty to travel to Canaan. So they asked Canaan, if Ryufui really is plotting something sinister, it would be akin to diving right into the wolves' den. I know that. We'll have to persuade him after the court meeting this morning. Huh? He's gone. Well, what is this? Where are the preparations for morning court? Where are the others? Didn't His Majesty say last night that the court meeting today was to be postponed? Oh, what? He teleported to Canaan. Clack, 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 clack. Well. The young king and former chancellor of the state. 3 years have passed since they and their ideals clashed at Canaan Palace, and now they meet again under these blue skies. How long has it been since we last met, Your Majesty? Your face shows a hint of fatigue, Your Majesty, huh? Hardly surprising, I suppose, given how nerve-wracking and experienced the campaign for Qumu must have been last year. And now it's funny how, like, he's saying all that. Ace hasn't said anything. And now you must turn your sight towards taking Canton, an even larger undertaking, and is sure to test your mental fortitude to its limits. I see you have not changed, Ryufui. Or at the very least, your eyes have not. They haven't changed. They remain the same. The same eyes that admitted defeat to me on that day in Canaan Palace. Oh, hey, he's like, hey, I already beat you, fam. I already beat you. We clashed. Our ideals clashed, and I already beat ya. I already beat ya. Are you certain about that? I am. And that is why I came here in person to verify it with my own eyes. Bold and daring in your actions always. You should others catch wind of your presence here, your life would be in grave danger. I am not so foolish as to come here by myself. I made sure to bring a formidable escort. But is that? I can't tell. but it wouldn't make sense. I think more so that's like the Royal Guard than anything else. But for a second, I thought that was like the former Oki army, because they have like this super black armor, but I don't think so. But it would seem I was right in that there would be no need for them. Yeah, so he's like, alright, I already beat you, and you know I already beat you. We clashed before, and you may be someone with great and big ideals, but you're not a petty loser. So I came here to verify that myself, and it seemed like, yeah, you know what? You're not trying to, stir something up, cook something up in the hot pot and then throw it into my face. You're not trying to do that. But it would seem I was right, and that there would be no need for them. Haha, you put so much trust in me, Clark Riofui. Enough of these meaningless pleasantries. Why have you allowed things to reach this point? You knew full well that Kanan's activities would never escape Kanji's notice. Even a hint of civil unrest will not be tolerated at a crucial time like this. Already there are voices clamoring for me to send you to the chopping block. Ooh, how very terrifying. I imagine it was Mr. Shi or the like who proposed jumping to such intense measures. So he's gonna be like his right-hand man. I feel like that's what it's gonna go. Like his right-hand man. Someone that Ace is gonna be able to trust. It's the quickest way to quell Kanan's unrest. If allowed to fester any longer, you make it sound so easy. What? What? You're greatly mistaken if you think this entire thing can be smoothed over just by me sitting quietly. Your chums in Qumu might believe that I've been actively stirring the hornet's nest, but nothing could be further from the truth. If anything, I've been attempting to rein in their activity. Interesting. Maybe I need a shave. Just a little bit, yeah. But even then, as word spreads from one man to another, they make preparations for the hour where they can strike back against you in the name of their festering grievances from the past. Okay, you had fought it all over, but some just can't let it go. Bringing peace to a civil war between your own citizens has proven more difficult than anticipated. Now imagine doing the same after you've unified all the divided states. Precisely. I cannot even begin to fathom how tremendous a task that would be. I came here today to speak only of Kanan, as this is your city. It is your duty to quell the unrest. By forcing them to swear loyalty to your majesty? Haha, surely you jest. I have no such obligation to go that far. By swearing loyalty to you, and you can swear loyalty to me. Like that. Ryufui. If the, like why is the word escaping me right now? Like mayors. I couldn't think of the word. I kept thinking president. Like now, like say you're president, you have your ministers, not so much ministers, more like your statespeople, in all areas, a leader, an MP, member of parliament from each area, that kind of thing. And Ryufui is the one for Kanan. Ryufui, if this goes on, we'll be forced to your majesty. May I offer one word of advice? The reason why those stubborn dissidents have continued to gather is by no means due to myself. Rather, the problem lies with you, your majesty. What? To be completely honest, Mr. Shi's method is the correct choice. You should have invited me out under the false pretense of a meeting before dispatching an assassin. Now if we were to go back even further, back during the Roai rebellion, as my fate was already to be that of the scapegoat for the rebels in the uprising, you should have had me executed. You are too kind for your own good. We saw that with his mother as well. You're too kind for your own good, your majesty. Phew. And it starts snowing. But it is precisely because that is the sort of man you are that you stand here today as the victor between us. Haha. Nothing ever is simple, is it? Still, I hope that you will take to heart that your kindness may be one of your greatest weapons, but it may also grow to become your one and only weakness in the day to come. Heed. From a wise man like that, heed those words. I ask that you never forget these words. You could consider them the first and last words of advice from Ryufui. And last, is he about to jump off? Oh, that reminds me, your majesty. The truth is, there is something that continued to be on my mind. If you recall our little debate at Kinnan Temple back during the Roai Rebellion, was that Truly something that ended in my loss, question mark, because the more time I spent thinking about it, the more I became convinced that I was correct in my beliefs. Of course, I'm sure your majesty is also adamant regarding your own ideals, but then I would ask that you prove it. By unifying your lands and truly creating a world that needs not know any conflict. Only then shall my defeat be set in stone. I know that. Even now, you still believe that man's true nature is that of light, of course. Is that so, Crack? Then, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best of luck. And I think he's about to jump off, because that will stop all the problems. He gives him a massive hug. You should return now. As canon is my responsibility, I will see that matters are resolved. As my taking a single step outside canon would only mean a very swift execution. I only regret that I will not be able to see the new world you create with my own two eyes. How I would have loved to travel through the lands once they had been unified under you and your goal, haha. Forgive my ramblings. Well then, your majesty, if you would excuse me. But even after a month had passed since Sei's return to Kanju, there were no signs of any action by Ryufui, while Kanan's power base only seemed to grow stronger day by day. I think this may be like he'll be taken out by his own people, I think, something like that. Unable to ignore this for any longer, Kanji decided to send Ryufui a decree that stripped him of his territory of Kanan, as well as all the wealth that had entailed. Were Ryufui were to refuse this decree, the armies would be immobilized in response, and essence it would mean another civil war. However, the news brought by back by the messenger from Kanan would come as a surprise to everyone who heard it. I think Ryufui is dead. Everyone is shook. 12th year of reign, Lu Buwei Ryufui passes away and is quietly buried. From the Shiji, basic annals section, poisoned. That way it couldn't be that way it would look like an assassin did it. That way it would look like an assassin did it. Yeah, it's crazy how this person, that panel of him, like the one right next to where he spilled his drink, where he's just like stroking his beard and just smiling. That's a great panel. That almost makes me really sad. Such a wise person. Yes, he may not be on our quote-unquote our side, but such a wise person. Loyal. At the end of the day, he was loyal. At the end of the day, he was loyal. Ryufui passes away. And not only that, the Shiji Lubuye biography section notes that he committed suicide by drinking Gen poison. Rishi and obviously all his previous retainers, they are sad. They are distraught. Ryufui. That was a lot of effort to go through just so we could go outside. We're going on a journey, not just some stroll outdoors. Something of that scale was required, lest it cause us trouble further down the line. But it won't take long before they realize the dead body. The dead body is someone else, right? It's fine if they notice. His Majesty will understand. Nice. Nice. It's fine if they notice. His Majesty will understand. Exactly. Right there, that is gonna quell the unrest, and he did his job. So what comes next here? I had thought that we might take a tour throughout the corners of the land so that we could witness the changes that His Majesty will bring. Oh, look how confident he is in the Majesty. Sounds really boring. We don't like being poor, haha. A hint of poverty now and then is good for the souls, my dears. No. Till the end, he played the game magnificently. Till the very end, he played the game magnificently. Also, the ice is pretty, I mean, yeah, you can still see it somewhat. But, like, the ice is pretty much gone. Till the end, Ryufa, he got me. No, I'm not going to say you almost got me. You got me. He truly got me. I thought he died, but no. He did his mission. He did what he set out to do. But he did it in an even smarter way than I would have anticipated, which is awesome. That is awesome. I don't know who that poor sucker is that died, but that is awesome. That right there is awesome. I'm all for it, you know? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. That was chapter 648, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, a very good chapter. The Ryufoy issue was presented to us and then basically solved within a matter of like 2-3 chapters, which, you know, was a very quick issue, but a very quick unsolved plotline that has now been solved. And I like the way it was handled. Very much so. I like the way it was handled. Are we gonna see Ryufoy maybe in chapter 1500 when the show is over and they've conquered all the, you know, the states? Who knows? Who knows if anyone remembers him by then? I think he's too big of a plot. He's too big of a character to be just, you know, written off like that. But it would make sense as well because he is dead. So he wants to observe the kingdom. The last thing he did was hug Ace. This was a fantastic chapter, 648. The 40s have been absolutely fantastic. I think every single chapter in the 40s has been absolutely fantastic. It's been an absolute blast catching up. And I know I kind of like split these videos up into like each video instead of the usual 5 chapters. I'm actually really glad that I did that because it's brilliant. These chapters are brilliant. They're just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They present their own problems, they present their own solutions, they have their own stories. Each chapter has their own stories, and I'm all here for it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was 648, only 1 chapter to go until we're caught up. I'll see you all in the last one. Well, not the last one, the next one. It won't be the last one, because, you know, it's still ongoing. But I'll see you all then, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, have a nice day, peace out, and as always, bye. Be sure to rate, comment, favorite, subscribe, and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get early access, full length, as well as super early access. Anyway, regardless, besides that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and have a nice day.